Wow.
But then again, he also put Axel there, which I don't agree with. So I don't know.
I think
you know South, right?
the big factor for Zato is the human factor. He is easily and has always been the most difficult character to play.
Definitely, yes.
Which is why it wasn't surprising for me to see Ogawa doing it. But let's get into this. Steve-O versus Babbaloo. Who do you like in this match?
I remember seeing this a lot, and actually, I think Babbaloo has mentioned that Slayer is probably one of Raven's bad matchups. You know, Raven, even though after the nerfs, he's still a relatively good character. He doesn't have like any extremely terrible matchups, but he would say that Slayer is one of the worst matchups because
he gets out so easily.
What?
Because he gets out so easily.
Partially that, but mostly because if he touches Raven twice, Raven will die. You know?
I see.
Raven is a
squishy character.
Yeah, he's a squishy character, you know. And like, I asked Babbaloo this once, and he told me that the general consensus for Ravens is that the worst matchups are characters like Slayer, Leo, Soul, characters who can just like dish out so much damage that they can, you know, just win the damage lead against Raven.
Yeah. I mean, that's always kind of been the balance, too, for these sort of strong OP characters, is that they usually have lower vitality.
That is true, yeah.
Which is another reason I think Leo is strong, because he does not suffer from it.
Yeah. He jumps right into the command.
What's that?
He jumped right into the command throw.
Oh, yeah.
Not looking great for Steve-O so far. Ooh, gets the stance for free.
It's interesting to see that command throw so successful even like 2 years in.
Of course.
I felt like that was a gimmick.
Raven still doesn't really have any like real standing overheads, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like his mix-up though. Like tick throws into command throws, right?
Yeah.
Babbaloo was actually showing me this, and it's not that amazing. It's more of a gimmick for round end probably. But
oh my god, the air throw.
Ooh, mixes deep. PRC's dead? Yeah, I just like that.
This round was looking so good for Babbaloo.
Yeah, but like I said,
one
hit.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
Look at him. Deep breath.
It's a very high tension matchup because, like I said, it's no Chip Slayer, but it's still a matchup where one hit can result in like almost death for Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, I like that balance, to be honest.
Yep. Oh, dumps him again.
If it's harder for a character to get in, then it should be more rewarding when they do.
Take note of the excitement meter because Raven's command throw, you can only combo off of it if your excitement is high enough, you know.
Right.
So once you see it get high enough and you see the command throws connecting,
he had that boy Jax last round too. He had all the parries there, where he gets the what do you call that?
Oh, the stance. It's not really a parry because you still take damage, right?
Yeah.
The big difference is just that you get so much excitement, right? And even if you don't get hit, you will still get one tick, even if you just hold the stance.
Oh my lord!
All right.
That is the XRD mix-up right there.
YRC.
Yeah, that was 3 YRCs in a row, maybe 4. Okay, there we go. He didn't have the meter to do it back.
So we just want poke away? Yep.
That's a pretty good 2D.
Yeah. It goes far. His 2H is also another very good button. Like, Raven is basically kind of with very long, noodly arms, you know, this is how he's designed. I have a friend who describes him basically as Merkava if he was in Guilty Gear. Merkava was one of Eunice.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, the noodly arm. Maybe I should cosplay Raven.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, Raven or Fawn. Yeah, when I started running into this character, I was in the very first Rev. I thought he was really strong.
Yep. Oh, Rev Raven is a problem.
Yeah, but one thing I will say is that sort of mix-up there, it actually gets pretty predictable. It's pretty consistent blocking.
Because the glide mix-up that Raven does is basically that he will, like, the actual glide is a hit, right? But then he can do, I believe, up to 3 hits in the air, and then he has to land. So after you block the 3 air hits, then you can safely block low because, like I mentioned, Raven basically has no standing overhead. However, he can actually end it early. He can just like hit you with the glide and then land. He can like hit you with the glide, hit you twice, land, command throw, you know, and that's basically the Raven mix-up.
It seems really tricky, but the more time you spend, you know, defending against it, the more you realize it's actually not too hard to defend against. easier than Eno for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Raven still has some strong pressure, but not like to the level of like pure set play characters like Eno or Milia. So definitely he's definitely more well-rounded and interesting in this version. It's not just knockdown, ball, stuff,
I'm really surprised about that exchange that just happened because Steve-O had all the just defense there against the air pressure, and then, yeah, Babbaloo still was able to land and throw him. It seemed like there would have been, it seemed like Steve-O had the advantage to throw there. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I can see the combo damage is much lower, too. With this character, Raven now.
Yep.
I felt like his damage wasn't bad before.
Just confirm. Not quite a corner, but...
Okay, keeping it safe, goes for the air command grab, and Steve was too high up in the air.
Yeah, that will have killed. So that was a good burst.
Ooh, crosswise heal. Goes unpunished.
Ooh, gets him with the...
yeah, the...
Babbaloo looking disappointed by that. He felt like, oh, I should have had that.
I call that the Goofy. The Slayer jump S, because it's like an old Goofy cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, when they run off the cliff and they're like still running, they look down.
Slayer, of course, has a problem with like when at full screen. He doesn't approach very quickly. He doesn't have like a run. So he definitely has a problem with dealing with this full screen. And of course, at full screen, that means Raven can just get the stats for free, right?
Right.
And that's probably, and I was seeing that a bit earlier, and that'll probably come into play more in the set. Because you don't want Raven to have those takes.
Yeah, you don't want Raven to get damaged.
It's not quite like Khan, where like, oh, he's the worst character in the game, but if he oils up, he's the best character in the game. It's not that extreme because oh, now you have full takes.
Look at that.
Yeah. It's way less. It's more subtle, Like even this full tick Raven is not like the most powerful character in the game. But he's definitely far scarier than like a like a zero.
Got it. You definitely want to keep your opponent from getting their maximum strength.
Yep. And of course, like he has other ways to get the ticks too. He doesn't just have to stance, right? From scratching, he gets the ticks from the commanders. He gets the tick. And Babbaloo is a very scratch-heavy and command-throw-heavy Raven, which is why like getting those like max or like nearly max excitement is like comes easier for him than like pure Raven.
I see. No, I see Steve-O's getting a lot of random damage here, but okay, bursts out. So all that damage that you see for the most part was just pokes, random pokes. Not a lot of combo damage here. And that is another strength of this character, Slayer.
I want to point out earlier what Babbaloo was doing was stance YRC, right? Because when Raven stances, when he gets hit, then he gets the tick, but he still takes damage, And the thing is that you have to throw that stance, right? Because the stance may absorb hits, but you can still throw him. But by doing stance YRC, you can basically just like get the benefits of the stance without having to really pay for anything besides the meter for the YRC. So it's an extremely strong option. It's actually similar to like Sin's Eat YRC, although not quite that powerful. There it is. The stance.
Yeah, it seems like an odd usage of meter for sure. I mean, unless it's really going to save you.
Yeah, because I mean, like, stance YRC basically lets you stance for no risk.
Plus, you kind of want the opponent to hit you sometimes in the stance.
Yeah, but I mean, but like the stance is almost like a parry, Like you have to like kind of know that the enemy's going to hit you.
Right.
If they see this stance coming, he can just throw you,
Oh, look at the escape from Babbaloo here. Just missing each other barely.
And the interesting thing about Raven's excitement is the fact that it will gradually always be going down. It'll only not go down when he's being hit.
I see.
Or maybe also when he's blocking. I'm not too sure about that. But for sure, when he's just like running away and avoiding you, his excitement will just keep going down.
I feel like both of these players are doing so well on defense right now. I mean, that is a long match for Guilty Gear, down to 34 seconds.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, I feel like we almost could have seen a timeout there. They just kept slipping past each other. Okay, now we're getting frozen.
Because of course, these two are characters with like invincible dashes, with like invulnerable dashes, right? So that's a factor.
That's a factor, but I also feel like their movement in the neutral is being handled so well.
Definitely.
Okay, here we go. Good chance for Babbaloo. Just like that, Steve-O finding his way up. But okay, a little bit of random damage there for Babbaloo. Comparing the damage of these two characters is like it's like a comic show or something.
Yeah.
Like the random damage, like Babbaloo, he needs to get a combo to get the kind of random damage that Slayer gets.
Yeah.
It's out of control. Okay, here we go.
Slayer is just high damage and just like, and Raven is just squishy, and like Slayer isn't like really squishy himself, you know?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
And that's kind of why like Ravens think that this is actually like not a good matchup.
Oh my god, I love the jump
Yeah.
2K there. The trickiness of this character. Steve-O has really mastered the trickiness.
Good use of like delaying your air momentum, right?
Correct. Gold burst. Uh oh, full tension now.
Oh, gets a 2-8. Was that a 2-8? Oh no, there was a 2B, 2B I think?
Alright. Steve-O, real
Right.
satisfied with his win here.
He seems awake now. Like he looked a little bit rusty when he was playing Limbo earlier, but he seems to be more awake this time. So maybe so now he's coming back to Grand Finals, and let's see if he's able